Hello, hello. It's Melissa B. McCall, also known as the Selling Bee. And today we're diving into one of my favorite topics, what you need to know before buying a home on beautiful Lake Hartwell. So whether you're dreaming of weekend getaways, a peaceful retirement spot, or your favorite lakefront home, buying on the lake is a whole different experience than buying just anywhere else. From dock permits to shoreline rules to the hidden gems in each area, there are a few things that can make or break your lake life dreams, and I'm here to help you get it right. So let's talk Lake Hartwell and how to buy smart on the water. Now, if you haven't had a chance to check out the very first Hartwell video that I did, check that out. I'm giving you all the information you need to know about Lake Hartwell, but I will do a quick recap here now. Lake Hartwell stretches across the border of Georgia and South Carolina, covering about 56,000 acres of water and nearly 1,000 miles of shoreline. On the Georgia side, you've got Hart County, which is home to the charming town of Hartwell, Franklin County with Livonia, and Stevens County, where you'll find Martin and Toccoa. And across the lake in South Carolina, it touches Anderson County, which is known for the city of Anderson and lots of great lake access, along with Oconee County and a bit of Pickens County, which includes the lively college town of Clemson. The lake was created by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and is fed by the Savannah, Tugelo, and Seneca rivers. Each of these areas offers a unique blend of small town charm, lakefront living, and easy access to boating, fishing, and outdoor adventure, making Lake Hartwell one of the most popular recreation areas in the South. All right, y'all, we are back at Co-work on the Square. This morning, I am here with a really great friend of mine who is amazing in this community. This is my friend, Scott. Say, hey, Scott. Hey, how are you? I wanted to bring you back here because if you are a professional business owner, there are some really cool little secret gems that you need to know about that's located right here. So I want us to check it out. Let's go. Hello.
Welcome to Co-work on the Square.
Wow, thank you. This is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm Melissa.
I'm Natalie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I would be so curious about seeing what this place is all about.
Yeah.
Can you give us a tour and tell us all
Absolutely.
the...
So let me go ahead and give you the tour.
Okay. All right.
So the first place I want to show you guys, this is our conference area. So this is for anyone who's looking to meet with their clients. You may need a formal space, and you might not have that if you're like a freelancer, a lawyer, something of those sorts. You can have your meetings here with your clients.
Yeah, I love that. Actually, as a real estate agent, I know that I deal with a lot of buyers that are wanting to utilize agents that are not local.
Right.
But, you know, they also want to have the convenience of being here.
Yes.
And so this would be a great idea to be able to bring in your closing attorney if they're willing to travel. You've got a space right here. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Yeah.
Another great thing about this conference room, we actually just had a lawyer come in, our first client, and he loved that we are in this downtown location within walking distance of the courthouse.
Yes.
So he was able to meet with his client's family here and then walk over to the courthouse for court.
Very nice.
Yeah, this is our lounge space.
Oh, nice.
We created this space in hopes that people would be able to use this for networking. We want people to come in and relax. We do have coffee and tea, which I'll get to in a minute. We have lots of that in here.
Okay.
So this space is just for, you know, if you would like to bring your laptop and work and you want to meet new people.
Yeah.
So you can just come in here and hang out. We want this to be a very casual space that's comfortable.
Very nice.
Yeah. So let me take you in. This is our big printer here that we use. This is the SPG printer. They do civil engineering and land surveying, so we kind of had to have a space for this, but we will be offering printing services as well.
Okay.
So anyone who is needing any type of printing service, we have that here as well.
Very nice.
Yeah. So let me take you in here to the kitchen. So this is where all the free coffee's at. Okay. So we offer all the coffee that you can drink and tea. This is something that I think people will enjoy and can utilize too. Just like if you were in an office, sure. You'll have lunch here, your coffee, and then we also have a fully stocked fridge with just about anything that you could want. All right. So let me take you guys into here next. This is where our co-working space is going to be. We'll have desks lined up. We're still kind of in the final phases of completing this. We will have desks here, all standing desk. And this is gonna be where people can have more of like a private setting. They can really sit down and focus on their work. So that's our hopes for this, is that this will be something that someone can just come in and really dig into what they're needing to do.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. All right, here's what you need to know. Number one, the Corps of Engineers owns the shoreline. Lake Hartwell is managed by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. And what that means is you don't own the land right up to the water. The Corps controls the buffer zone between your property and the lake. And what that affects is this. It affects what you can and can't do near the shoreline. It affects potential tree removal, the dock placement, and maintenance. All of those things have to be considered. Now, the next thing you need to know is that dock permits are a big deal. Not all lakefront homes come with a permitted dock, and not all are eligible to get one. So you need to check, number one, if there's an existing dock permit and if it transfers. That's another thing. And then you also need to know if the property is in a dockable zone. You also need to know the type and the size of the dock that is allowed in that area. All right, here's tip number 3. The water level isn't always the same. So Lake Hartwell is a man-made lake, and the water level fluctuates seasonally or during droughts. What this impacts is your ability to use the dock year-round. It also impacts the views from your home. And it also impacts the water access in dry seasons. So Natalie, tell us how y'all came up with the concept of this space.
So this office was originally the land surveying office for our company. Okay. And they had the idea because they are based in Wire Park in Watkinsville, Georgia. And there's co-working spaces a lot, you see that a lot more in the Athens and Atlanta area. Okay. And so they saw an empty office and they thought, let's utilize this space and make it a community hub for everyone that may be needing something like this here in Hartwell. Yeah. So we thought it was a great idea and we just kind of ran with it. I love the creative aspect of this project. So when they brought me on with this company, I was like, yes, let's do this. I think it would be great for the community.
Now, Natalie, are you from here? Do you have family here? Anything like that?
I am actually from Franklin County.
Okay. Tell us more about that.
My husband is from Hart County. We will be married 10 years this year, and so he is really tied into the community, and I have been over the last 10 years really tied into the community. So I've been lucky to, have met a lot of really cool people. I've worked in a lot of really great jobs that have tied me in. And so this was like one of those things where when they gave me this idea of like, let's do this, I was like, I know these people, I know Hart County. I think that this would be great for the community.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but you guys live here, you and your family
now
live here.
Yes, we do.
And do y'all have a family?
Yes, I have 3 kids.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
nice.
So we have 3 little ones. My husband actually teaches at Hart County High School. Awesome. He's a marine technician there. He is loving it. And so we, like I said, really tied into the community. And I mean, even he's like, I could use this space, the school system, like anyone, nonprofits also want to bring that up because we do plan to offer nonprofit discounts. So say church groups or someone like that needs to have a meeting space and wants to be here, we want to help them.
Tip number 4, the core setbacks limit home placement. So unlike a regular lot, you can't build right up to the water. The core requires setbacks, which may limit where you place your home or where you're able to place additions. And it also may limit the views from your property, depending on where you can set your home up. whether you can see the lake from there. And then of course, it can affect your landscaping design. Now, tip number 5, you need to know the lake rules. Lake Hartwell has specific rules for your boating speeds. It has specific rules for wake zones, whether it's for jet skis and fishing, or even what to do with the fish. There are noise ordinances that just like buyers are used to living in the city. If you're used to living in the city, well, there are ordinances around noise, especially when you're closer to the coves. Then tip number 6 is all about utilities and your water sources. And those things may vary. So some lake homes are on well water, others are on community. Some homes have septic tanks and the repairs can be tricky. So you want to make sure that you understand those conditions of the Corps and their restrictions. All right, now I want to get really up close and personal with you. I want to talk about some local things because I get a lot of viewers who want to hear from the locals. They've heard from me, but I'm like, let's hear straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak. So tell us a little bit about favorites here, things that you like to do, places you like to eat. Give us all the deets.
Well, my favorite thing here is the brewery for sure. Okay. I love going to the brewery. You will see us in there a lot. Okay. Be sure to say hey. Yeah. So another place that we really love and we go to a lot, which is in walking distance here, and probably all the places that I bring up are going to be within walking distance from here. Juicy's. Oh, we love Juicy's for after work. Go and have a glass of wine at Juicy's. We love Rolling Chefs. That's another really great place that opened up right here next door. So we love downtown Hartwell. I spend a lot of time here. I was really excited that we were going to open this office here and have this in the downtown area so we could enjoy that with it all in walking distance to offer that service to them.
Yeah, and even in this room right here, like it's set up where I could see video, podcast type of things, happening as well. So I want to also say that, like a little plug that if somebody wanted to come and film.
Yeah, I think podcasting here would be a really great idea. And I think also just the networking, being able to be here and network and meet new people. I'm also hoping that we can pull in some of our really great minds of Hart County. Maybe do like a few classes, something like that, just to be able to really utilize this space and make it to where it's like a hub for knowledge, networking, and people being able to come in here and just get it done.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, tip number 7 is all about the insurance cost and how they can be different. So waterfront homes may have higher insurance due to potential flood risk, even if it's not in a flood zone. Also storm damage type of insurance. And then of course there's extra liability for having a dock or watercraft. So you want to get quotes super early in your home search to avoid surprises. Then tip number 8 is all about the lake life and maintenance, right? So you have lakefront living and that means more upkeep. Those upkeeps include the dock, it needs regular care. You've got bugs and critters, they're definitely more common on the lake. You've got the wind and the moisture factors that can wear down on your home faster. So you want to budget time and money for those regular maintenances. And then tip number 9, you need to know that lakefront homes have premium pricing. So you're paying for access, view, and lifestyle, not just square footage. Even fixer-uppers command higher prices than inland homes. But resale can also be strong if you buy right. Okay, now I'm assuming that since you have children, your children are in the Hart County school system, is that correct?
They are.
All right, so I have a question. Lots of people want to know, how is the school system here before they move? They're always asking these questions. So I want to hear from you, getting that parental point of view. What do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I really commend parents for asking about that before they move into an area because it is so important. It's such a drastic difference sometimes between school systems, even in neighboring counties. I would say Hart County is probably one of the best school systems. that you could find in this area, maybe even in the state of Georgia, honestly. I think we have a little bit of everything. It still has that small town feel of that safety and network and people knowing one another. But they have done a phenomenal job of creating a facility that is safe, that is clean, that is, I mean, they have so many things and opportunities for kids that other counties are just not offering. I feel very, very fortunate that we are in the Hart County system, for sure.
Thank you.
And the last tip, tip number 10, lifestyle is everything. Y'all, lake life is a vibe. Early morning kayaks, fishing off the dock, fire pits by the water, and the 4th of July boat parades. You want to make sure that the property that you're buying supports how you want to live. Sunsets, deep water, privacy, etc. So if you're looking to move to Lake Hartwell and you're interested in buying or selling right here on the lake, I would love to help you out. My team and I, we get calls and emails every day from people just like you looking to move to this area and the western upstate South Carolina area. And we're here to help you move and find that perfect home for you on Lake Hartwell. So feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. And all of that information is listed below in my description there. So I hope this helped. And I hope to see you around town. Bye.